All right, family, friends, and future nomies. Welcome back to Grumpy Gnome Gaming. This is Banished again. So we're going to continue our build of the 10,000 acre homestead that our nomadic couple has purchased. It is going to become the new town of Pangaea eventually. And in today's episode, we are going to focus on... Okay, am I paused? Okay, I don't know why I'm not able to drag my picture here. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. So, first of all, hey, you guys, slow down. I don't know why they're running around like that, but anyway, here we go. Okay, first things first, here comes our snow. I'm trying to get back into the groove of this. We have a hunter. Okay, so we must have forgot to pull the gatherer. As long as our food does not go down too far, we're still okay running the hunter or the gatherer. Once our food starts to have a dramatic drop, I am going to assign a hunter and a gatherer, and then they're going to keep our supply going. We do have the forester in there, so he is planting and chopping. We've got a woodcutter who's probably using up all the wood. So you know what? Let's turn him off for now. And let's get some more resources collected. Because let's take these trees here. And, I wanted to take some trees from up here. Because there's something that I like to do up here. And this is purely for aesthetic reasons. So we're going to do this. And we're going to find out... Oh, did I put the other mine on the other side already? Let's see. I'm going to drop another small mine just opposite of this one. I think it's right there. Boom. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do is bring the road. Am I running a builder? I'm going to run my road just like this. And in a minute, you guys are going to see why. And I want to clear out... Actually, we're going to use the flatten tool here. And we're going to flatten out this area right inside here. Because I'm going to make this into a pretty stockpile also. Now, are we running around with a builder? No, we got a laborer. Okay, so they're going to clear this area. We're going to get wood from there. And let's see what else is going on. We're going to start building out into our lake. So, you can go a couple docks at a time as long as you plant them quick. 1, 2. If there's too long of a pause between those two docks, then what they're going to do is run out and build the farthest one first. And then you strand that person out there, which sucks for him or her. And I really thought we could drag this, but I guess we can't. Another thing that we want to do also is keep a steady... Well, keep that window open at all times. Inventory. Where's my oats? I have no oats. Yeah, I really want to get my domesticated animals going, and I'm noticing right now that I don't have any domesticated animals. And that's not a good thing, because that is going to slow down my wool production, and I really need to kick that into overdrive to the point where, I don't think this game has the wild shepherd. Yeah, there's there's another version of it's another mod. I think it's 8.0 that, and even maybe Colonial Charter has the wild shepherd, and the wild shepherd is another way of collecting domesticated animals. So we could have done that, but we're not going to. Okay, for some reason, I don't even know what they're working on right now. We have a ton of wood. What's our mine doing? Our mine needs a builder. Okay, we can remedy that real quick. Okay, mine's going to give us iron. Iron is going to allow us to build that tailor shop, that the linen weaver that we want. And did they look? Yeah, see how they're collecting these. As soon as they collect these resources, you're going to see this area drop. And when the area drops flat, then you can go ahead like that. Go ahead and clear out your X's by doing the remove structure, just like this. And that way you're not losing any resources. I'm going to go ahead, put my stockpile in here. And what they can do now is when they go pulling raw materials from up here, they don't have to run all the way into the node or down into this little establishment. They can just drop it off right there. You know what? And we just missed another gathering season. So you know what? We're not going to mess around anymore. Hunter, take the season off. Gatherer, you get to gather throughout. And you know what? We're just out of tools now too. So what we're going to go ahead and do is pull the builder, put him into the blacksmith, and let's get some tools going. Okay, close that up. Have they started plump? Yeah, see, we got these down already. Let's go ahead and drop down our next 2 planks. So there's 1, 2, 3. Oops, 3. Oh, man. That might be disastrous. If you do strand somebody out here, you can simply remove, hit the, whoops, I'm sorry, this one. You can hit the remove structure and remove it, and then he or she will run back. Oh no, they're doing well. They're doing well, good. And he's going to drop the next one. Nope, he thought about it. Then he said, no, it's too scary out there. There we go. And, you know, talking about the hunter-gatherer thing, by not having that gatherer up there, that totally screwed my oat gathering. So I really screwed myself there. But that's all right. Oh, see how he's stranded now? I'm going to pause it because I'm going to pull the blacksmith because we do have 26 tools now right here. So I'm going to pull my blacksmith. He's going to go back to a laborer. I'm going to come back out here and I am going to prioritize this section right here. So hit this, hit the priority, and right there it's in red. So let's just give it a couple clicks to let him know that, hey man, we really want that. And hopefully he's going to come out with a piece of wood that's going to rescue Elmer's. He's only 17. All right. So here he comes to the rescue. Yes, and there he goes. And that is how you save people. Once again, the other way to do it, if he's already got the, I'm starving symbol, just get rid of the dock that he's on, and he'll run back by himself. So that's another option that is there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and build out vertically now. So we're going to flip this like that, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. I normally do 9 out, and I'm hoping that that's going to work for me. Let's find out. So here's, or do I want to come out here and build my shanty right there? And if I do that, because I really want to get in 3 of the reeds, because this is where I set up my reed farm right here. And so if I docked out there, there's 1, that's 1, 1, 2, 3, there's 2, 1, 2, 3, and see how that red thing pops up? It's not letting me drop. Now I could come out 1 and go there. You know what? Maybe we'll do that. See, that's lined up. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Whoops. Boom. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so 1 there, 1, 2, 3 there, 1, 2, 3 there. That hits the pier. Take this. We're going to go ahead and build off of right there. 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3. Okay, that's going to set up our little reed production. I think to make it aesthetically pleasing, I'm going to go ahead and place some dock housing here. Now, those 3 next to each other is a nice little setup. For some reason, I like to go with the dock shanties. They're smaller, but they hold 4 people. And then once we get the rope, we can upgrade them to hold 5. And you're really never going to get more than a family of 4 into a house anyway, because the kids are usually spread out maybe 3 years apart from each other, 4 years apart. So by the time a kid becomes a laborer, you kick him out to make room for another one. So, with that said, let's go ahead and drop a couple shanties. Now, what's important with the shanties is you see the door that's right there in the center. You want to make sure that that door either opens onto land or that door opens onto a dock. Because if you turn it around like this, where there's no door and it opens to the water, they can't use the house. It's useless. So knowing that my door is there, I am going to back this up to this, come down right to there. I'm going to place 1, and just to keep the colors aesthetically pleasing, we're going to go ahead and turn that back to there. And I'm going to go 1, 2, whoops. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, leave an opening, 5, and then that should come right down onto the end of the dock. Right there. And that makes it pretty. I'm going to put these houses on pause because I really don't need them right now. And we can already set up a little roadage. Whoops, saving game. Okay, we're going to set up a little roadage behind that, which is going to go right there. Make sure it comes around it, right to there. And that's going to make it look nice. And that's also going to set us up for what we're going to build right here on the corner, which is going to be the dock workshop. And the reason for the dock workshop, as I may have explained before, is rope is another one of our Rope is going to be another one of our main staples. So, and we can go ahead and build that now too. If we, you know what? No, we don't need it. Okay, guys, let's move on. So they're going to take a lot of this wood. They're going to build these 3 reed farms. And they're going to build these docks out. But they're not going to build the houses. And you know what? I don't know what I want to do here. Because as many times as I have done this build, I'm doing something a little bit differently than I normally do. But that's all right. Wow. Oh, by quantity. A lot of venison. Let's get our sawpit up and running. Because we really want to build the... Yeah, I want to go ahead and stick that. Do we have any lumber at all? Lumber. No. Guess what? You are in production. Make us lumber. Once again, take this down to 9999999. Close that. As soon as we get enough lumber, we're going to go ahead and build our butcher shop. Well, dear butcher. So that the venison we have is going to be converted into cool things like sausage and venison cuts and and we got nomads. And guess what? Pause game. Okay. The nomads have arrived at our town hall. There's probably 2 of them. And it has been rumored in this game that nomads may, now don't be judgmental on me here on this one, nomads may bring diseases with them. Which is why I built the mini hospital right here. Now, the mini hospital, or any hospital for that matter, does not have to be manned at all times. If you've got extra bannies running around, you can stick one in there. But as soon as somebody shows up as being sick, you go ahead and you pop somebody into the hospital, and hopefully all your sick people will congregate into this area rather than running around town and infecting everybody else. So with that said, I'm going to close this. I'm going to come up here to my Nomads button, click on that. There's our 2. We are going to allow them in because we're all about open borders. So click. They are now members of the town. It's going to show up here that we have 2 people that are homeless. And you know what I'm going to go ahead and do with these guys is, do we want to stick them here? Or do we want to put them up here? Because now we're going to be consuming more food. And I think it might be time to... Let's play it out. Let's find out what happens. So... This is a nice center location. So let's drop another house. Forest home. And we want to have the pretty gray one. And turn it around. See, that's the center one. That's the one with the left corner, which is identical. And just to make it pretty, boom, we're going to do the right corner house. And I like to leave gaps between my houses so people can run between them. I mean, if you got 10,000 acres, why do you got to live on top of each other? Drop that there. We'll go ahead, hit unpause, and we're going to prioritize the house because we want them to... Oh, wow, there it is already. Boom, boom. I've never seen these people run this fast before in this game. And there we go. See, they're already in there. These are the 2 nomads. They are at a decent age. We should get a couple kids out of them at least. And that's happy. On the note of kids. Oh, Jesus, excuse me. It is my practice that once we hit 10 adults, I'm going to start focusing on a school for education. And I do actually have a preferred school that I do like to use. And I'm going to go ahead and already place that. So come here to education, and you'll see this little pentagon thing over here, sacred wood. Yeah, I know this is where all you guys are going, ooh, ah, that's evil. But you know what? It's practical because the footprint on this is 4 wide and 3 deep. So we got 12 tiles that we're using, yet this school will actually pack in 25 students. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plop him next to the butcher, and I'm going to take our, remember I told you I wanted to do 2 tailors over here? I still do. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to pull another tailor, which is right here. And we're going to go small town tailor. We're going to flip this guy around. And I am going to stick him right next to this one. Like this. And I'm going to take that linen weaver. And we're going to go ahead and put the linen weaver up against the school here. Right there. So these 3 buildings, this one, and this one, are all going to be producing off of wool. Well, this one's flax down here. These 2 are going to be using wool. We have our school right here. We're going to have our butcher right here. And so you can see how this is growing into its own little community. To speed things up and to keep things pretty, I am going to go ahead and pull a road behind everybody. And we're going to fill in the gaps already. And this guy is 2 deep. And then up here, he's got a couple more. Well, I thought he had a couple more, but anyway, we'll do that. Okay, and then this area is going to develop itself out. So let's go, let's move. And that's probably a good placement for them because the kids that they get are going to be really close to the school. Yeah, this is good. Let's go back over here, check out our progress. We still got builders going. And hopefully they don't start focusing on the roads, but it looks like they're going to put these guys in first. 3 reed farms is good for the product. Oh, wait a second. Stop. Is that 1? How many deep is that? 1, 2. That road is placed too far back. So I need to take out that. I need to take out the road. And we need to rebuild the houses are where they're supposed to be. The roads were not. Okay, here we go. So there. You know what I think I did? We need to flatten. 1, 2, 1. See, that's the end of the... Screw it. Let's build the houses first. And then we'll come back to it. Not important. But one thing that we can already... You know what? No. We'll worry about it when we get to it. All right, we got another laborer. Let's... Everybody labors. because right now the only thing I want to concentrate on is getting some structures built up. Let's remove some more resources. We can already pull this stuff. We could pull these couple things here. Notice I'm not going into our ring of production over here because I don't want to mess with the forester's trees. Okay, that's probably going to fill up that stockpile. And did I grab that? No. Grab those things. What are my oats doing? Now I've got 100 oats. Oh my gosh, my oats are going down fast. Quick, 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 get this into production. Okay, oats 77 plus that is going to give us our first animal, which takes 200. Blueberries, how are we doing? 54? We could do better. Yeah, I really need to keep that gatherer going. Surprisingly, the health is at max. I don't know how. I don't know why. Because we've been running on a lot of protein and not a lot of produce. Okay, the base is built for this. I'm going to turn this guy, I'm going to turn him off because he did his job. He gave us enough lumber to build the butcher. I'm going to go ahead and pop in 2 builders. So they're going to finish this. They're going to finish that. Oh wow, we got both mines. Didn't need that. I'm going to put a miner in. And we're going to pop that up to, you guessed it, 9999999. And I'm going to pull only enough iron out of this to build our linen weaver down here. The linen weaver is going to start using the flax. Each linen cloth that this guy makes down here. Oh, blacksmith. No, that's our tailor. Why do we have a tailor going? Get out of there. And you know what? I'm going to... Yep, you guessed it. 999. Because once we start making wool, we just want to go non-stop with the wool. Okay, we got enough. Our oats are all run out. Blueberries are only at 76. It's not worth putting anybody in there. But you know what? Venison at 1,300. Let's go ahead and start making some good use out of that. This isn't a bad build right now. This is actually going pretty well. Like it is, I am nowhere near stressed about, people starving. Because we have a lot of different things that we can do to up our food ante. Another thing we didn't do is drop down our honey pot yet, or the little aviary areas, because there is a real inexpensive mead brewer here that can also make cider. Now cider, I've never sold cider at the trading post because, quite frankly, I'd rather keep my people happy and let them consume it. Okay, we're already at 97 for the firewood. We could just let him go and he'll keep us at 200. But the problem with that is sometimes he starts doing things that you don't want him to do. So, okay, they're already building. Oh, so we've got our 4 iron. Let's go ahead and shut the mine down. And you know what? I don't want anybody back there either. So, all right. So now we've got the linen weaver. Where's our flax? Flax. Up here, 300. So let's go ahead and start making some linen clothes already. And like I said, those are going to bring in 8 units each, which is good. I still want, I'll take that 40 oats right there, put another person. You know what? I'm just going to leave a person in the stables. That way, every time the gatherer brings in some oats, the guy in the stable is going to grab it and utilize it right away. Let's make it a little aesthetically pleasing over here by putting a road in. We'll bring it down the backside, connect the dots here, connect the dots here, and connect the dots here. And we can do that number, we can do that number, and we can do that number. Oh. This, once again, what I'm doing now is not necessary, but for people who are just running around the village, it does make their transportation a bit faster. And right there. And I need to find another tiny something to put right there. If it would have gone in a little bit more evenly, I may have dropped, I still might. Maybe I'll drop a well right there. Oops, and are we out of tools again? We sure are. Okay, here's a good place to end on this episode. What I'm going to go ahead and do is mark a whole bunch of iron ore for pickup. And then we're going to go ahead and throw in a blacksmith. And we're just going to have that blacksmith pump out about 100, maybe 150 tools. And that's going to last us for a while. I will eventually drop a market in. And the market I like is the dock market. And I'm going to drop that in right here. And that thing is so huge. It is almost like a central market with a much smaller footprint, carbon footprint, dock market. So check out this ring of influence that this thing has. Let's come out. See, so, I mean, if we dropped it here, yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll put it right over here. Just kind of make it look on this little peninsula. Because then it will gather the resources from our hub as well. Yeah, that might be happy there. And then what I'll do is I'll drop a second dock market halfway into the water. And then that'll take up the other area. Yeah, so we'll just stagger them along this road over here. So this will be our first real dock market. Maybe. It might counteract with that one. Because normally I put it over here. Yeah, you know what? I still will. For some reason, this just feels right to have it here. Worry about that when we get to it. All right, guys. Our episode has concluded. In the next episode, we're going to mark up a whole bunch of iron ore to be collected. Another option that we would have had is, if I had enough bannies, would be to put one of these mines into iron, put the other one into coal production, and then we can actually kick our tools up to steel tools with one log and one iron and one coal. Or if we really wanted to go nuts, we would put a miner in each of these and we can kick it up to carbon steel, which is one log, 2 iron, and 2 coal. And the further down this line you go, the better the tool quality is. So the longer the tool is going to last. So basically, this is also a game of investments. If you invest in a more pricey item, that item will pay for itself eventually. Better quality tools last longer. Better quality clothing allows people to work longer at their job before they have to go back to their house to get warm, and so on. Educated workers, much higher percentage in return than uneducated workers. And I think you can see that in the overall here. Right now, only 25% of our workforce is educated. Everybody else is uneducated. Everybody's clothed, and then this gives you a rundown of the stats on how many adults to students to children you have. And families. We have 5 families with only 3 homes, so the next thing I'm going to do when we come back is also build another home. Because for me, it's all about getting population going. And the only way you're going to do that is make sure that every family that is there has its own home. Otherwise, the kid production is going to come down to a standstill. It's going to go nil, basically. And you don't really want a large gap of kids. Anyway, I'm babbling. So here we go. We're going to keep it right there. I'll see you in the next episode. Be sure to like, subscribe. Give me a comment if you want to. Let me know how bad I'm doing, and we'll correct it. And we'll see you in the next one. This is Grumpy Gnome. I am out of here. Take care, guys.